Hello and welcome to another one of my videos. This is the first coin video I put out in a while. Sadly, it wasn't planned that way, it just ended up that way. So today I'm going to be showing you 6 lots. I'm going to be going through my rationale, the good, the bad, the ugly. You'll see the ugly very soon. This comes from the auction lot where I won 10 things at auction. I spent about 10,500 and then the auction clawed back 4 lots, which was about 7-4. That they ended up refunding me. Kind of annoyed me because it wasn't next day, it took a while. The 4 lots I did miss out on is actually done me a favour, believe it or not, because there was 2 4-coin proof Britannia sets, 2004 and 2006. Due to spot sliding, it was very tight anyway, so they've done me a favour on that. There was a 3-coin Victoria set, I overpaid on it, so they've done me a favour on that. And there was an SS Duro set, which not very happy about because there was probably £200 to £300 profit in that set alone. It's okay, it's one of those things. I wasn't happy at the time, but you can't win them all, and on to the next one. So let's go through the coins that I actually did get. When I said the good, the bad and the ugly, this one certainly is the ugly. I made an error on this one. I didn't do my due diligence properly. I bid on during the day, which it can go either way. Yeah, not good. Not good whatsoever. I'm going to lose money on this. Slap on the wrist for me for not doing my job properly. So this came up. I only saw one side of it. It actually looked okay on the one side, and then I was like, you've made an error there. The good thing about making errors in my game is you don't tend to make the same error often because it costs you money, and that's fine. So I'll quickly show the other side. This coin can't be resolved. I'm just going to cut loose. It's going to probably sell for a sovereign plus £10. It's a shame. I paid too much on it to even try and get it resolved. Not that the marks on it, I don't think it could get resolved. There's just no points in off-grading, so it can be sold as a gap filler for someone who collects years. That's okay. Or someone who doesn't mind paying £10 over on a bullion. Let's get into the next coin. Or in this case, this is a 2000 set. It's a proof and a BU. Now this was a low margin set by the time I finished. I wanted it for slightly less, but I was also looking at what stock I had. This could be graded, well, at least from this side. I haven't checked the other side. Maybe I should make that judgment after then. Now this set's going up for 800. I'm going to try and move it for 800. I think it's worth every penny at 800. Yeah, I think that's fine. I think that'll grade well. It's got a slight mark there. See, between the E and the F. I reckon that'll come good at conservation. Don't know what that is. Looks like a residue mark. It looks perfectly resolvable. Not worried about that in the slightest. There's some coins you get in and you're like, and there's other coins you look at it and you think, yeah, that's fine. Let's try and get it in the cap without damaging it. Now this will make you laugh. I bought a 2000 and there we go. I bought a 2000. I think it was 2000. It was either 2002 or 2005. And the gentleman, I saw the gentleman in person. He wanted a certain price, and he gets his phone out. And he's showing me the bullion by a post price, and I said to him, I was like, with all due respect, I don't even get those prices. Even if the grade was perfect 70, I wouldn't be getting those prices. Yeah, I think that's right. But anyway, I got it home. I check it. Great coin. What I do, I get a finger mark on it, don't I? It did come off with conservation, so I got away with it. But it does happen, even to professionals. It does happen. You could argue I should be wearing gloves. Yes, I should be. Am I being lazy? Yes, I am. Right, this was an interesting play. You would have seen loads of these because I've had loads of them myself. So Proof sovereign, proof half sovereign, sorry. No COA, which is strange. 2002. I haven't checked it. It's only come this morning. Let's move that out the way. You know what? I'm not gonna take it out of the cap. Looks fine. There are marks on the cap. Now, this came in at auction. I do not understand the rationale of some people. So there was a 3-coin set, there was a full, and there was this half. The 3-coin set I got bid out. That was one of the sets I was after. I thought it would have got slept on. The full sovereign I got bid out again. So I thought, okay, there's clearly someone who wants these. It's probably a dealer, but you know. And then the half came up. And it went cheap. It went really cheap. I think after Hammer I paid $3.40 for this. It's a $4.50 coin minimum for starters. You know, will I get $4.50? I think I will fairly easy. Will it get run down slightly? Potentially, but you know, in my mind it's a $4.50 coin. I paid $3.47 after Hammer. Crazy price. So yeah, this one just got slept on. This is why I do auctions. They do occasionally come up. I feel sorry for the seller. I can't remember what they were originally. I think they were $3.75 a coin, maybe. Right, this one, absolute touch. Really did well on this. So I didn't do any due diligence on this. I never actually saw this when I was doing the background digging. I saw this when it came up and I was like, oh, that's an Indian head. That's a $5. So I know in my head it's a $5.50 to £600 coin. But it was tiled Indian head with 1997 gold coin. I didn't know what this was. It could have been anything. It could have been a 9-carat gold coin. It could have been a half a gram gold coin, a gram gold coin. You just don't know, because the pictures weren't too clear. So I bid on it in a way that I knew I was going to make money regardless. I know these sell for $5.50 to $600. This one is actually a very nice example. I always look at the headdress. This one's already been sold. Feathers are nice as well. Good details. I don't know how this is graded. I don't have much experience in grading of these coins. Incuse coins are very hard to grade. I'm going to be realistic. But I already had someone in the wings who wanted it, and I said to him, I quoted him before it came in. He said to me, the budget's $400, but if you've got anything special, you know, I could probably find a bit more. I said, well, I've just won a $5 Indian head from auction. He's like, well, what's the price? I said, between $5.50 to $600. We ended up shaking on $5.75. A couple had come onto the groups, although this one's nicer than the ones that come onto the groups. So I just said $5.75 posted, and we're done. Now, these two coins, because I knew how to price this was a freebie. So this one came in, I think I paid about $5.20, $5.30 for it, off the top of my head. So this is a freebie. This is a 1.24999 gold coin, so it's worth about 60 quid. So 575 plus 60, probably bare minimum. We're looking, so what's that? 635? About £100 in it minus costs. Not bad, you know, got away with it. But this is where sometimes you have to think, the next person doesn't know what that coin is. I don't know what that coin is, but I know what this is worth. So all I need to do is get this underneath, and this one's a free carry, and that's what happened on this one. Now the next lots, you know what, I'm very happy with these, because after Hammer I got these under spot. They're not gold though, and I actually made a bit of a faux pas. I made an error on this one. So, oh, can't see. Platinum Sovereign. Wasn't much under spot. I do have to pay VAT on these. The reason I made an error on this was when I bid it, I was like, I don't mind going slightly over spot on platinum, because rule of thumb, you can get spot plus 20% easy. So I just got to work it backwards, and yeah, I've got to take the VAT out, but I've just got to work it backwards, and that's fine. The error I made was, I knew this was a sovereign. In my head, I was like, is it going to be 7.32 grams? That's what I worked out in my head. It's actually 8 grams. So I've got an added bit of extra. Again, that's an error. It's worked in my favour. Sometimes they do. That's fine. Do I rate the coin much? I think it's okay. I don't think it's the worst design. I've seen worse. I've certainly seen better, for sure. But I think it's okay. And last but not least is another platinum coin. Now this coin here is an absolute steal. I had another guy message me. He does trade a bit. He's more of a part-time trader if he can get his hands on some bits, which is the hard part. This is a 1 ounce platinum coin. I think this is stunning. I think this is great. It's very simple, but it's very effective. It's not sales power. I genuinely like it. I'm not going to keep it. I do have to move it on. But when this came out, if you were to buy this coin new, it would have cost you £2,000. Crazy. I'm going to put this up for £1,000. I think at a 50% discount, there should be a buyer for it. I think it's absolutely wonderful. I think it's great. Over the moon to get this. I've been doing quite well with platinum at auction. There's not much love for it. I don't know why that is. Personally, I think platinum's great. I think it's a really smart play, especially when you can get it when the spot price is lower. It does come up, but not often. But in terms of, you know, what I paid and what it will go for, it doesn't matter if it doesn't go for 1,000, because there's enough leeway in it that I can drop the price down. A minimum this should go for is spot plus 20%, which would be 930. But I think spot plus £1,000 I think £1,000 on it, I think is very, very fair considering the original buy price and the design and the limited mintage, although that doesn't always mean much. So yeah, that's my lot at auction. I think I've done okay. Has it annoyed me right royally? Yes, it has. I think it could have been better. That's out of my hands. But it keeps the wolves from the door. There may be £400 to £500 profit in it for me after I've taken out deductions. I think that's a good result on an outlay of essentially £3,000. I think I'm doing, if I'm hitting those prices on £3,000 outlay, that's the sweet spot if you ask me. The margin's not great. Those margins on that is okay. So I hope you've enjoyed the video. If anyone likes what they see, just drop me a message. That's fine. It's not a sales channel, so to speak, but I do get more and more people message me over these things. You're more than welcome to email me at the email in the description. Anyway, take care guys. Bye.